Hello and thanks for joining us. This is The What Now. Let's begin in Afghanistan, where the Taliban's recent decision to ban women from working in local and international organizations has caused great problems and difficulties for Afghan women. The Islamist rulers justified the move by saying female non-governmental organization staff had broken dress codes by not wearing hijabs. The decree came days after female students were banned from universities. Some female doctors and health workers who were forced to stay in their homes now face poverty after losing their only source of livelihood. According to female doctors and health workers, this decision could be devastating for millions of women and children who need female doctors.
My salary was the only source of income for my family and my 6 children.
My father passed away a long time ago, and I'm the only breadwinner for my family, which leaves me in a difficult economic situation.
And still in the Middle East, tens of thousands of people protested in Tel Aviv against Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his government's proposed changes to the Israeli judicial system. Police estimated that more than 80,000 people flooded central Tel Aviv's Habima Square and surrounding streets.
Despite the rain, tens of thousands participated in protests all across Israel against the judicial reforms that the new government plans to introduce. Protesters have described Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's proposed changes as an attack on democratic rule. Rallies were also held outside the Prime Minister's residence in Jerusalem and in the northern city of Haifa. Critics say the reforms would cripple judicial independence, foster corruption, set back minority rights, and deprive Israel's court system of credibility. Among those opposed to the reforms are Israel's Supreme Court's Chief Justice Esther Hayat and the country's Attorney General. These are the largest demonstrations since Mr. Netanyahu's new coalition government was sworn in December. Under the new plans announced by Justice Minister Yariv Levin, a simple majority of the Knesset would have the power to effectively annul Supreme Court rulings. This could enable the government of the day to pass legislation without fear of it being struck down. Critics fear the new government could use this to scrap Mr. Netanyahu's ongoing criminal trial, although the government has not said it would do that. The reforms would also give politicians more influence over the appointment of judges, with most members of the selection committee coming from the ruling coalition. If it passes into law, the plan could make it easier for the government to legislate in favor of Jewish settlements in the occupied West Bank without worrying about challenges in the Supreme Court. Israel has previously highlighted the power of the court to rule against it as a way of blunting international criticism of such moves.
Let's turn to the UK, where British judges have given the go-ahead for the Court of Appeal to consider challenges to the UK government's plan to send some asylum seekers back to Rwanda. 2 High Court judges ruled in December that the controversial policy is legal, rejecting a lawsuit from several asylum seekers, aid groups, and a border officials union. The same judges on Monday said that the claimants can challenge the decision on issues including whether the plan is systematically unfair and whether asylum seekers will be safe in Rwanda. No date has been set for the appeal hearing. The Conservative government struck a deportation agreement with Rwanda last year to deter migrants from trying to reach the UK on risky journeys across the English Channel.